All right, welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're diving right into the literal shape of the global internet. We're looking at a massive snapshot of our collective digital lives, pulled from January 2026 data. And hey, this isn't just about megabytes and server loads. This is a direct reflection of human attention on a truly planetary scale.
So, where does the world actually spend its time online? Look, it's incredibly easy to guess that we spend a lot of time glued to our screens. I mean, we're all doing it right now, right? But looking at the exact destinations reveals some truly surprising shifts in human behavior. We kind of assume we know what the internet looks like, but when you look at the raw numbers, where billions of people actively choose to navigate every single month, a very different and honestly fascinating reality emerges.
Before we even look at the full picture, just let this mind-boggling monthly visit number sink in for a second. 94.8 billion. That's not yearly traffic, folks. That is the number of visits to a single destination in just 1 month. The sheer scale of human attention flowing through the web right now is absolutely unprecedented. This number literally represents the absolute ceiling of our digital habits today. To make sense of the top 20 destinations, we're going to break them down into 5 distinct themes: the undisputed internet kings, the social connection hubs, the AI traffic revolution, shopping and entertainment, and finally, the search engine underdogs. All of our insights today are drawn directly from this fascinating data set compiled by SEMrush for January 2026. These 20 destinations represent the absolute core of our global digital diet. It's this wild mix of legacy giants, massive social networks, and disruptive newcomers that are fundamentally rewriting the rules of the internet as we speak. Okay, let's dive right into Section 1, the undisputed internet kings. We really need to talk about the massive gap in scale at the very top of the internet. Google sits at number 1 with that staggering 94.8 billion visits we just talked about. And right behind it, YouTube at a massive 49.7 billion. Together, these two completely dwarf even the third-place giant Facebook, which pulls in about 9.5 billion. It's an incredibly steep drop-off. Google and YouTube are capturing a staggering majority of our collective attention, operating on a scale entirely of their own. Moving right along to Section 2, the social connection hubs. These platforms absolutely dominate the middle of our top 20 list, proving that peer-to-peer connection and content sharing are absolutely core to our digital diet. You've got Facebook leading the pack at 9.5 billion, followed by its visual counterpart, Instagram, at 6.1 billion. Further down the line, we see WhatsApp at 2.7 billion and TikTok capturing 2.2 billion visits. This whole block of the internet is entirely driven by us just communicating with and entertaining each other. Now, what's really fascinating here is the head-to-head battle between two massive text and community-based platforms. The data shows Reddit significantly outpacing X. Reddit actually sits at number 6 globally with 5.1 billion monthly visits, while X is down at number 9 with 3.8 billion. That is a massive gap of over a billion monthly visits. It shows a distinct preference for Reddit's forum-style community structures in the current digital landscape. Let's shift gears to Section 3, the AI traffic revolution. 5.5 billion. That is the staggering monthly traffic for ChatGPT, which has taken this massive leap to secure the number 5 spot globally. I mean, think about how relatively new this technology is compared to the legacy sites on this list. To crack the top 5 and command 5.5 billion visits, that is nothing short of a total paradigm shift in user behavior. The really crucial point here is a major shift in how we actually seek information. ChatGPT, at 5.5 billion visits, has completely overtaken Wikipedia, which sits at number 7 with 4.3 billion. For decades, Wikipedia was the undisputed crowdsourced encyclopedia of human knowledge. Now, AI-generated conversational answers are visibly surpassing those traditional information hubs. We are literally changing exactly how we ask questions and expect answers. All right, next up is Section 4, shopping and entertainment. In the massive e-commerce space, the legacy giant Amazon remains well ahead at number 12 with 2.5 billion visits. But get this, the newcomer Temu has impressively secured its own spot on the top 20 list with 1.6 billion visits. It is incredibly difficult to break into the top tier of global retail traffic, but this data proves for sure that rapid disruption is absolutely still possible in the shopping sector. When looking purely at the data for entertainment and streaming, the numbers tell a very specific story. Adult platforms actually draw significantly more global web traffic than mainstream entertainment giants. Pornhub sits at number 8 with 3.8 billion visits, and Xvideos is at number 11 with 2.5 billion. To put that into perspective, a massive cultural touchstone like Netflix sits at the very edge of our list at number 20, pulling in 1.5 billion visits. The raw traffic numbers clearly show where a huge portion of online streaming attention is actively directed.
Finally, let's circle back to Section 5, the search engine underdogs.
Even with Google's near monopoly at the very top, legacy portals and specific utilities still command massive audiences. Yahoo pulls in 2.3 billion visits, Bing captures 1.9 billion, and Yahoo Japan secures 1.8 billion. Plus, we see privacy-focused engines like DuckDuckGo successfully commanding 1.8 billion visits, which proves there's a huge market for alternative search models. And proving that no matter how advanced the internet gets, we still just really want to know if it's going to rain. Weather.com proves absolutely indispensable, drawing a solid 1.6 billion visits a month. It's also vital to point out the origins of these platforms. This isn't just some US-centric list, even if American companies hold the top spots. Platforms originating all over the globe are capturing massive portions of the world's attention. You have Pornhub from Canada, Xvideos from France, Yahoo Japan, and Chinese juggernauts like TikTok and Temu. The internet is truly a borderless battleground for human attention.
So, when you zoom out and look at all of this together, what you should really take away is that these 20 websites are a perfect mirror reflecting our daily collective habits. From Google's absolute reign as the gateway to the web, to our insatiable need for social connection, to the sheer explosion of AI fundamentally changing how we learn, this list is the ultimate real-time map of human curiosity, commerce, and communication.
Given how incredibly fast things are moving, especially with ChatGPT breaking into that top 5, the landscape is anything but static. I'll leave you to ponder this final question. If this is our digital diet today, what exactly will we be consuming tomorrow? Thank you so much for joining this explainer, and as always, stay curious.